Oh YouTube, today I'm here at the library and this day I have been doing the dry fasting and dry fasting is freaking brutal, I'm going to say to you. But I was reading a couple of chapters out of a book that is about data security and privacy concerns and this kind of stuff and also malware. So kind of interesting book and it was really new to me what has been going on in the history of computer security and places like this, with the free Wi-Fi and these are like the nightmare for this kind of stuff. Everybody running Windows and Mac and yeah, they're not really conscious of the problems in these systems. And then I have been writing about this story about starvation and niggers. And yeah, to be honest, like in this library, most of the books are just shitty, like there's no good books over here, that's what I feel. And well, there's a lot of books in Finnish, but most of them, they are so, about the fucking system. There's one very funny line I wrote. One of the niggers just vomited out all the super cheese that the United Fattening Force tried to pump into him. So United Fattening Force is this special forces that goes around in these developing countries with Humvees and that kind of stuff. And they just, force feed, all the starving niggers. But for reals, you guys, I'm making a video for YouTube. But for reals, you guys, I think that in this kind of a place at the library, there shouldn't be Wi-Fi. You should shut off the fucking Wi-Fi. But for reals, you guys, when I think about what I would give a talk if I was here on the stage, it would probably be about technology and how it's kind of fucking us as a society. Because that's what I feel. Because when I look at the modern world, I just feel that it's unnatural what is happening. And it's very much the fact that people are not very conscious of all the things that are affecting their living circumstances. That's probably one of the most important talks that I would give. But what I notice is that because I haven't been eating like 2 days or 3 days of doing that and at the same time getting exercise, I'm fucking burning fat. I'm just freaking burning the fucking fat! Today I continued on this story because in that story, there's this substance that everything is built out of, even weapons. And the substance is AI intelligent. It is artificially intelligent. I mean the thing that things are made out of. So if you would want to kind of, for example, have a piece of clothing that is made out of this thing, you could change the parameters of like what it is. Like you could make it like warmer or cooler or anything like that, and the AI would kind of just understand what you want out of it. Or if you had a weapon that is made out of this material, you could change the barrel, you could make it longer barrel to shoot like long distance, and you could make it better for close quarters combat, and that kind of the ultimate weaponry could be made possible for this. And in the year 2300, I think this story was set in, the United States Armed Forces, for example, they have this technology. And it's crazy what they can do with it. But the next part of the story was that I took it to the next level, and I thought that what if you built a whole city out of this, and you were capable of making a city that is in the same way as buildings have these stories, then the whole city has stories. So New York City, for example, could like be a home for like 500 million people, for example, because we would like make it into this, layers. But then the problem is like who can control and who can have power over this material, and that's where the story kind of starts with the people that have the power to build that because you know nowadays, you know, the steel, for example, the big steel, and the guys that were behind that wasn't Carnegie from New York also. And when they built those skyscrapers, you know, like the material has its limitations.